What's good, YouTube? It's John here. I'm going to go over my Kaiju DDD deck profile. I have to say that slow because it gets really hard to say after a while. So anyway, if you guys have seen the last video I had of this, I can never find a deck profile for this Kaiju build of the deck. So I decided to make one up for myself, and it works out really well. And I'll explain it to you as I go along. It's really similar to the last build I had, except I actually have everything that I was trying to get now. I ended up going to the locals the next day after I put it up, and I told you guys what I wanted certain cards to be, and now I have them. So that, and there's a couple cards that changed. I'm also going to show you my side deck for what I have geared towards locals, and I'll explain the reasons why I have those kind of things. So anyway, into the deck profile. You have your standard DD lineup, your 3 Lamia, 3 Swirl Slime, and 3 Necro Slime, and that's your pretty much your engine. You have your Searcher, which is Kepler. It adds your contracts to hand if you don't know. I'm assuming if you play this deck, you actually know how to do it. I should make a combo video with this because this deck is so much fun. 2 Copernicus. I believe I played 3 in the last video, and I dropped it to 2 because I ended up putting in other cards, maxis actually, so it took the place of them. It's just I also don't need to go into the TG Librarian draw 4 combo as much because I don't play any traps in this deck. I want to be able to use every single card in my hand turn 1 or 2 at any time. I don't want to have to set anything unless I'm like guaranteed going first, you know. So anyway, 1 Orthros. I actually took him out, and then I realized that was a really dumb idea because I play tested against a bunch of people at locals, and if you don't play this card, you automatically lose to Vanity's. Vanity's Emptiness, because this is your searchable out to it. You can either have your contract in hand and you search him, or you can get Kepler, search the contract, search him, play him in the scale, then use his effect in the scale to pop your contract and another face up spell a trap on the field. So that is your out. I wouldn't even suggest replacing him with Twin Twisters or something like that because you can search him. So it's just really good. I hate him as a card, but you have to play him. So at 1 is perfect. Getting a little ahead of myself. 3 Ragnarok. If you don't know what it does, read it. It's stupid good. 1 Thomas. I believe I had 1 in the last video. I used to play 2. And then I didn't like seeing him at all. And every time I drew in him, I just didn't want him. It was just kind of a useless combo piece that didn't do a whole lot. It's really good mid-game or late game because it allows you to get into more rank 8s. And even if you don't use his effect on the field to pop your scale guy and get another one, you can put him in the scale and recycle your face-up monsters in your extra deck, so it's kind of cool. That is it for your DD monsters. Going on to the Kaiju engine now. I play 2 Gamma Seal, 2 Gadalra, I don't know. It's the moth guy. I don't know how to say his name. It's freaking weird. Then you play 1 of the dog. The only reason I play these ones is because they're all level 8s. They can all be used with trade-in, and you can use them for your Exceed plays. So I wouldn't play. Oh, another reason is you can easily attack over every single one. Like let's say you only had this one in hand and you needed to get rid of a problem card on your opponent's side of the field. You can give them this, and you can still easily get over the 3,000 attack. Now you can just go into like Kaiju or whatever the card's name is. It's just there's always a way around things like that. So the fact that they're all level 8s, you can use them for trade-in. You can use them for exceeds, and you can easily attack over any single one of them. That is the only reason I play those certain ones, which is a lot of reasons. And then 2 Maxi, this is new. I used to not play them, but then I realized that I needed to play them because it's just super good. Uh, I never open them, but if you do and your opponent starts, like in Zodiac, they'll summon their rat, and then I just go Maxi, in response to the summon, and then they're just like, well, you can draw a bunch, or you know, or I can just stop here, and that's what allows me to make my big pushes. So Maxi, it's important. You have to play it. That is the big change in my main deck, I believe. Spells, I think I changed up a few things, but I'm not really sure. Whatever it is, I don't remember them. 3 Dark Contract with the Gate. This allows you to search any DD card in your main deck and add it to your hand, or DD monster, I should say. I play 1 contract with Swamp King, or Dark Contract with Swamp King. I don't think it's necessary in 2 in this build. If you're playing more aggressively, then I would suggest playing it at 2. I try to play a little bit more conservative. I don't like doing a whole ton of combos and then trying to push for game every single time. I like to do 2 or 3 card combos really, and set myself up for my next turn and my next turn. This just allows you to extend your plays. If you don't draw it, it's not a big deal. You can still do really well with this deck. If you do draw it, it's just a win more situation. 2 Desires. 3 is retarded. There's no need for it. There's actually times where I play Desires and I draw another one out of that, and it just ruins my day. I hate the card, but you have to play it. The +1 is, it's just too important. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just too important not to play it. 2 Trade-In. Oh, keep in mind, if you don't have the money for Desires, you don't have to. You have plenty of options. You have Upstart Goblin. You have 1 Day of Peace, which allows both of you guys to draw a card, but at the same time, no damage is dealt, and it allows you to get further to set up your combo pieces or your combo plays or whatever you want to call it. You do have trade-ins. There's just so many more ways to get around it. You don't have to play Desires if you can't afford it. I got lucky when my friends picked them up for me, and then I just traded him a bunch of shenanigans for it. So it was really cool of him. But yeah, anyway, 2 trade-in, and then 1 Allure. The reason I only play 1 Allure is because if I resolve a Desires, I banish 10 cards. I don't want to banish any more than I have to, or than I had, because you're just losing more pieces at that point in time. So I'd rather play trade-in because I have, let's see, 5 Kaijus, 4 DDD. So you have 9 targets for a trade-in. And if I send them to grave, I can use them later. So it's not even a big deal for me. 1 Allure, like I said, you have plenty of targets for it. I just don't want to keep banishing all my combo pieces. 2 Slumber. You can play 3 if you want. I don't really have room in here for it because I play Mass Change, the second. Really good. I just use it as a way to disrupt plays. Like if this let me win my match against, or not match. I believe I lost the match, but this won me the game against Infernoid Zodiacs. This wins you the game against Paleozoic. Well, it doesn't win you the game against them, but it helps a lot against Paleozoics. The mirror match, it pretty much seals the deal, especially if you can back it up with a couple in the gates. It's just retarded at that point. And then I play 1 for 1. I actually am I don't like playing this card. I really don't. But it's good. I'm debating on switching it for what is it called? Soul Charge, where you can special summon monsters from the grave. I just feel like that would be more. This is a combo play where the other one, Soul Charge, would be a win more card. So yeah, I don't know which one. I have to test them out, but I'll figure it out eventually. That's it for the main deck. The extra deck. Gotta show off the 2 Ghost Ogre token things from Vanguard. I hate this fucking game, Vanguard. It sucks. but these are adorable, and I had to pick them up. So yeah. Um, anyway, extra deck synchros. The Formula Synchron TG Hyper Librarian. Honestly, I'm thinking about dropping him because this build does not require the 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 4-card combo where it allows you to go into this, get your um, get a negate on board and a clear wing. It just doesn't. It's not needed in this deck. So this might become something else later on. I'm not sure what. Um, it's good, but it's not that good. Plus, if I don't play any traps, I'm not really needing. Like, there's no really a way to back up the combo if I go first. So yeah. One Alexander, Siegfried, Omega, and Clearwing Synchro Dragon. They're pretty much staples. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a DDD deck play something different than these synchros. They might have one or two extra in there, but like this is pretty standard for them. For Exceeds, I play number 42, Dragulus, the vampiric dragon thing. This is a walking Book of Moon. So if you can make this turn 1 against Zodiac, then it really makes it harder for them to set up their plays because they have to like go into the Exceeds and everything, and then you can just book them. And then when this goes to grave, he special summons himself back face down defense position. And then when they attack into him, like if he's flip face up, then he gets to target a monster on the field and send it to the grave. So it's kind of it stops their plays, kind of, and then at the same time it gets rid of a card. So it's pretty cool. It's got a big defense as well. So continuing on, I play the Titanic. Obviously, everyone does. Something different I do is I play number 23, Lancelot. This is a way to get around large monsters that you can't attack over. It is a rank 8. It's a generic rank 8. It's also negation for spells, traps, and monster effects. And it's during either player's turn as well, so it's kind of cool. I personally think it's a better version of Titanic, but they both have their place. Like he's got a bigger attack and he's got a different kind of effect, but this has a smaller attack and it's got a way to get around bigger stuff. So it really depends on your play style. I like him just because I can negate spells, traps, and monster effects, where this just hits spells. So, yep. Anyway, I'll explain him real quick. His effect is as long as he has XYZ material, then you can attack your opponent directly with him. And if he deals damage, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So it's kind of like the way I won with this is they had a monster that was like 3,500 attack. I couldn't get over it. I've already used a lot of stuff. So I made him, attacked my opponent directly, killed the monster, and then swung for game with everything else. Like it's just spot removal and negation. So it's really good. And then of course you play your one Kali Yuga. Everyone does. It's really freaking amazing. I play the mass change second. So Dark Law it is. You have uncountable targets. I guess you can count them really. There's not a whole shit ton of them, but you have a good amount of targets. So it's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 targets. It's kind of hard to not play that. Also, if you don't like playing Dark Law or the Mass Change, what I usually do is I side out the Mass Change seconds and the Dark Law, depending on what I go against, and I side in 2 Vanity's Fiends. It's a walking emptiness, and if you can put a Vanity's Fiend and a negate, or 2 negates, which is even better, then you pretty much have established the fact that you have game, and they can't get around it. So you always have the option to play Vanity's Fiend over that. 1 Oracle King, 1 Beowulf, and 2 of the Flame King Genghis. I wish I had more of these things. I really do. I wish I could play 6 of them because it's like your main combo play. Let's see. For my side deck, I'm just going to explain it to you guys if I haven't already in this video. There are 4 DDD decks going around my locals. Like I said, this is geared towards locals. There's 40 DDs, probably 5 or 6 rogue decks, and you have Zodiac, and there's 3 or 4 different versions played at my locals right now. So it's kind of it's more meta there than it is anything else. So it's kind of fun. Same time, it's a pain in the ass because you're playing against Zoo, so it's annoying. Um, One emptiness. I don't like I said, for the main deck, I don't want to play traps because I'm not guaranteed going first. Sure, this is really good, even playing if you don't go first, but at the same time, I have ways to get around all the other shenanigans. So, emptiness, I like to just side in if I'm guaranteeing first. 2 Twin Twisters. Oh, on top of that, this, if you can play this at the right time, you just win. Like, there's no outs to it after that. 2 Twin Twisters for spot removal. It's good against pendulums. It's good against things that have heavy back row. I wouldn't say it's great against Paleozoics, but it can help in a tight situation for whatever you're trying to do. So yeah. Play third, Kaiju Slumber. Depends on what form of zoo that I play against, that I'll actually side that in. A lot of times I actually choose to go second because it allows me to board wipe them, get 2 monsters out, so I get to deck thin, and then my next turn it sets up where I can search another Kaiju. And then I can make my big combos, push for a ton of damage, if not gain. And like it's really good. Although I don't know if I'm going to keep it as a third. I might change it to something else, but I don't know yet. I play a third mass change. This is like an auto win in the mirror match. I shouldn't say auto win, but it really puts your opponent really far behind. Let's see. Any rogue decks that require the graveyard, something that needs searching a lot because you just start hitting cards out of their hand and they're just wasting resources trying to get anything. I don't know, so I play Mass Change the second. That way I can actually get into Dark Law if I really need to. So yeah, Mind Control. It is stupid good in the mirror match because you just target one of their things and start using it for your own crap. It's also good against pretty much anyone that you can use a material from. Like, it's not even like specific. Like, sure, you don't get to attribute it or attack with it, but you can synchro with it. You can fusion with it. Like, say I did that and it was a dark, and I just wanted to like mass change second. Then there you go. Or if you get an 8 or a level 6, you can do other stuff. So like, or just any level, and you can bring a level 1 tuner out and do that. So it's just you got a lot of stuff you can do. 2 DD Crow, 2 Snow, 2 Vanity's Fiend. I explained to you guys earlier, a lot of times I will side out the Dark Law engine and just put these in because these are amazing turn 1 with a negation on board, or 2 or 3. Fuck it, why not? 1 Lava Golem. There are times where I'll side out a few Kaijus. I'll get rid of the Slumbers, and I'll just put one of these in and whatever else I need. So this allows me still to get rid of the spot removal. I can still attack over with the 3,000 attack monsters. But it's easier to deal with bigger boards because you can only do 1 Kaiju on their board where you can get rid of 2 monsters for that. He's also a trading target. Like, you can make him get rid of their board, mind control it, and then make a rank 8 and go from there. Like, there's just so many more options you can do. For what else I got? I got Black Rose. You can make it on your opponent's turn and blow up the field. I usually just use them because it's another level 7 synchro, and I'm low on them. Like, sure, I can run a second Alexander, but I don't like Alexander's. Like, sure, it's great to make the combo plays, but a lot of times I'm just looking for board wipes. That way I can make a bigger combo in the long run. And then I play the Crystron Phoenix, or Crystron Phoenix, or however you want to say it. Really good. I actually am thinking of not playing it right now. The only time I thought it was good is against Paleozoics. And you can also use it against a Pendulum deck because they'll make the scales. And then you'll just banish everything they have. So like, it's good, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. So I actually might not play this one anymore. I don't know what to put in for it yet, but it's a work in progress. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I will have this updated tonight. I know I'm going on 20 minutes, but I explained some of the stuff. So anyway, hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, don't hit the dislike button because that just sucks. I don't like that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have any ideas on a different way to go with the deck, go ahead and hit me up. I'll test them out and I'll see if I like them or not. Most of the time, I don't like them, but you know, I might find something here and there that I can work with. So, anyway, until next time, peace.